Bolo Bajranga Ki Jai. Let us all stand as we have our opening arati. Tonight we have performed Panchmukhi Hanuman Puja, very special puja dedicated to Bhagwan Hanuman. Having participated in the ritual offering, let us now adore the Lord through the medium of our arati. As we wave the sacred light in this circular motion, in reality what you are doing, you are forging an eternal bond between yourself and Bhagwan. A bond forged out of love and devotion. Surrender yourself totally, completely at His lotus side feet. And as this special puja, which has been conducted here today, was executed, we pray that whatever troubles and difficulties, sickness and diseases, obstacles, frustrations, delays, disappointments, sankat of all types, be banished, be destroyed, be eliminated. Concentrate on that form of Mahavir Swami seated in your hearts. Tanno Hanuman prachodayat. Om Anjani Sutaya Vidmahe Vayu Putraya Dhimahi Tanno Hanuman prachodayat. Om Anjani Sutaya Vidmahe Vayu Putraya Dhimahi Tanno Hanuman prachodayat. Manojavam Matatulavedyam Jitindriyam Buddhimitam Varishtam Vadarjayo Khamokyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Namami. Om Sajayantu Murti Sanyutam Vahirayodikam Vihan Devashya Trailokya Timirapaha Yani Tani Japani Janmantarpitani Cha Tani Tani Vinashyanti Pradakshina Pare Pare.
Jai
प्रेम से बोलो बजरंग बली की, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, सियावर रामचंद्र की। Take your seats. Next. May I, on behalf of the management of the Sri Parameshwari Durga Devi Ashram, its members, extend a most cordial welcome to all of you. Tonight, the third night of our ongoing Shri Hanuman, Shri Sankadamochan Hanuman Maha Yagna. As I keep indicating night after night, the Yagna, it is not an isolated Yagna we are doing, but it is part of a Vishwas Akhanda Hanuman Yagna, meaning it is part of a universal Yagna that is already taking place in honoring Hanuman for the welfare and the progressive development of humanity as a whole. Throughout the entire world, in every country of the world, in every continent, Hanuman Chalisa is being chanted by devotees. And where more elaborate offerings can be made, such as Havan and Puja, or in our cases Yagnas, these are being incorporated. So we are part of a cosmic entity. And on the first night I told you, this Yagna, we were supposed to execute Hanuman Yagna many years ago. But events unfold that prevented us from doing so. And again, events unfold that we were supposed to do it this year. So this is by Hanuman's own plan and design himself. For those of you who are coming for the first time to our ashram, I say welcome. And all returning devotees, special welcome to you too. And we hope that as the nights go along, you share the prasad of Bhagwan Hanuman. When I say you share the prasad of Bhagwan Hanuman, I don't mean to say the little Bhaga Mahan Bhoge Yantana. People may have fighted things, they can't tell you share the prasad. When I mean share the prasad, share the grace, the blessing of Bhagwan Hanuman. By bringing along your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, bring them to wherever katha of any kind is being read, wherever yagya is being read. The more people you can encourage to go, the greater your punya, your blessings will be. Because you are not only doing something to enhance your own well-being spiritually, but you are also doing that which is necessary to have a positive outcome in somebody else's karmatic account. This is the power of yagna. Not only one person benefits from a yagna, every being that participates actively or passively benefits. Those of us who are here actively taking part will benefit. And those of us who are not actively participating, but they are here lending support in an indirect manner, even the creatures that are around, the power of the Sanskrit verses, the mantras, the energy that is being released by the Havan, when less evolved life form partake of these things, they get an evolved status when they are reborn. This is the power of yagna. Before we go into the depths of tonight's discourse, let us clasp our hands together, close our eyes, bow our heads, and let us concentrate on Bhagavan Ganapati, he who is the giver of success, the remover of all obstacles. We seek the blessings of the Divine Maha, who sharpens our intellect and helps us to assimilate the knowledge that we are receiving. We seek the blessings of our Guru, who provides the opportunity and removes the darkness in the form of ignorance from our path. Then to the Ishdevta of our Yagna, Sri Mahavir Swami, Pawanputra Hanuman, he who is the very foundation of our Dharma, the protector of the weak, the bhaktas, and the destroyer of those that are unrighteous and that which is unrighteous. Everybody? नमो नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ सरस्वती महाभागे विद्याकमल विरोचनी विद्यारूपे विशालक्षे विद्यादेवी नमोस्तुते। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ते पूजामूलं गुरुपरं मन्त्रमूलं गुरुर्नवाक्य मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। ॐ गुरुदेवाय विद्महे परब्रह्मे च धीमहि तन्नो गुरु प्रचोदयात्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुदेवाय नमः। Let us all meditate on the one Hanuman. Let us lift our voices up. Let us glorify his greatness, his glory through the medium of Hanuman Chalisa.
Shri Guru Charan Saroja Nija Mana Mukur Sudha Varano Raghuvar Vimarasa Jodharik Parata Buddhina Taru Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Devu Mahi Haravu Kalesha Vikar Siya Pati Ramachandra Diki Jai Sharanam Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar Jai Kabir Sindhu Lok Udhara Rama Dura Tulsi Bala Rama Anjani Purna Pavana Sutta Rama Mahavira Vikram Nagaranti Kuvati Vara Sumati Kanjana Harana Viraj Sumesha Kanana Kundala Kunsita Kira Bhagwan Praja Viraje Samane Bhojane Bhojane Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana Tega Pratapa Mahachakravardhana Shri Ramana Guni Adhikatur Rama Saja Karive Kohatur Prabhu Charitra Sunive Koratiya Rama Kanda Sita Manavatiya Rupa Jari Siya Jivikawa Vikata Rupa Jari Ankatarawa Jima Rupa Jari Asura Sanghari Rama Chandra Ke Kaja Savari Jari Sajiva Nana Kanajinaye Shri Ravira Raghupati Ki Bhavutaraye Tumamasiya Bharat Samabhaye Sarvasana Tumadoya Janase Kati Kati Shri Pati Kankalakase Sankadika Brahmadi Monisha Narad Sarad Prasayita Yamita Yamu Vivetika Bhaya Jahase पवन तनय संकट हरणं मंगल मूर्ति राम लखन सीता सहित जय बंधु बोलो पवन सुत हनुमान की जय सियापति रामचंद्र की जय शरणं शंकर हरि
प्रेम से बोलो बजरंग बली की जय। So before we go into formal katha, let me tell you exactly what we're going to do tonight. Tonight we are going to look at Panchmukhi Hanuman. It's a very long discourse. So can I go to 10 o'clock tonight? Huh? Or we say yes, sure. So this is what we will do. We'll cut off at normal time, but I'll split the katha into two. Tonight, I'll do, because of the rituals that were done, I will do the katha showing the origin of Lord Hanuman with his 5 heads. And tomorrow we'll look at the powers within those 5 heads. The blessings when Lord Hanuman blesses you in the Panchmukhi form, the trouble, the type of trouble and difficulty that you'll be removing from your life. And we'll look at some of the offerings, some of the type of leaves, some of the type of flowers, some of the type of fruits that you can use when you worship in Panchmukhi Hanuman, depending on the nature of your problem. Tomorrow we will do that. I don't want to rush down something as important as this. So I will split it into 2. Tonight we'll do the introduction, that is how he became 5-headed in the first place. It's important to understand how that form came into being, just as I did on the first night, to show you how Hanuman himself came into existence. Tonight I'm going to show you how why he took that 5-headed form and the purpose for which he take that form. So if that katha we look at tonight, and I will close the katha about 15 minutes before the Arati. And all of you, each one of you sitting here, you are going to join me in Panchmukhi Hanuman Havan. Because again, of the type of ritual that is being performed. It is my opinion that if you sacrifice so much to be here tonight to perform this puja, you reach so far already, complete it. Because there is a law in our scriptures. Halfway devotion brings no reward. A complete vidhi or complete puja gives you full benefits. So you have made the sacrifice. Some of you took time and you prepared your rot, you prepared your prasad, you went out to the market and you got your fruits. You made that sacrifice. I know some of you are not eating salt until you did your offering here. So you did all of that. And I must commend all of you. You came here early and you participated in your devotion. When I came outside here, your line was right by the bathroom. So I must commend all of you for taking the opportunity to perform such an important puja, to participate in such an important puja. And as I look around, I'm seeing devotees from Charleville Mandir, from their own village here, from the Vyas Mandir. I'm seeing devotees from Felicity. I'm seeing our devotees from Aruka. So we are seeing a lot of devotees here tonight. Those of you who are coming from far here, welcome, and we appreciate the moments you are spending with us in devotion. Tonight's discourse is taken from Agast Samhita. Agast Rishi is the one who had recorded everything about Panchmukhi Hanuman. Even the puja of Panchmukhi Hanuman was constructed and recorded by Agast Rishi. The puja vidhi was learnt by Agast from Hanuman Baba himself, and through Agast Rishi he taught it to his selected devotees, and that is how it became available to all of us today. The Havan that we will all be participating in is the instructions of Lord Hanuman to Agast Rishi, how his protective worship is to be done. So we are all going to join in that tonight. So how did Lord Hanuman attain the Panchmukhi form? So tonight we look at the katha that tells us how he took this form. This katha is not, for some reason, it didn't appear in Ramchaitra-manas, neither did Valmiki recorded it in Ramayana. It is Agast Rishi who recorded everything about Panchmukhi Hanuman. And so the discourse is taken from the Agast Samhita, the writings of Maharishi Agast. And the scene is as such. The battle between Sri Ram and Ravan is in its advanced stage. Ravan had lost all of his children. Meghnad had just been killed. Kumbhakarna had just been killed. All of his brothers, except Vibhishan, were destroyed. In other words, all of Ravan's ally, including his friends, his family, his relatives, has been vanquished by Bhagwan Sri Ram, Hanuman, Lakshman, and the Vanar army. The population of Lanka at this time is very scanty. All of the major generals in Ravan's army had been defeated and destroyed. And so Ravan, before the final showdown between Ram and Ravan facing each other in battle, Ravan decides he's looking around to see if there is anyone who is willing to come up against Sri Ram and to battle with him. Never before has Ravan faced defeat. All of his children, all of his brothers, they are vanquished. He is all alone. All of the generals, all of the ministers in his court, he alone is in his throne room. And there, Mandoriri, his virtuous wife. And for those of you who don't know, although Ravan was one of the greatest demons, he had one of the most virtuous wives there is. So much so that she is compared to Sita and Draupadi. And Mandorari is advising Ravan, is giving Ravan advice that, "Oh Ravan, you have suffered so much loss. Send back Sita to Sri Ram. Rama is no other than Vishnu incarnate. Sita is no other than Divine Mother herself. You are casting lustful eyes on your mother, O Ravan. How can you expect to be alive?" And he will not heed the advice of his wife. And so Ravan, he searches for any remaining ally he may have. And so his search takes him to the depths of Patal, where there the lord of Patal at that time was Ahiravan, a very close friend of Ravan. He considers Ravan and himself to be almost like blood brothers. So much so that he takes Ravan's name and adds it to his own. So he is called Ahiravan. They live like brothers. This Ahiravan is the master of Patal at this point in time. And he is very skilled in the dark arts, in black magic. To put it in Trinidad term, he's a big time Obiaman. And so Ravan, realizing that there is no weapon that could bring down Sri Ram, he decides to resort to black magic. As he calls upon Ahiravan, and he tells Ahiravan that, "Oh Ahiravan, Lanka is not what you know it to be. All my brothers, including Vibhishan, has deserted me. Kumbhakarna is dead." Ahiravan was amazed. "Kumbhakarna is dead?" He says, "Yes, Kumbhakarna is dead. Meghnad is dead too." he gets even more astonished. The same Meghnad who is Indrajit, who conquered Indradev himself, said yes, Meghnad is dead. Akshay Kumar, Meghnad, all of them, they are dead. And so he continues to list all the generals in his army. All of them died at the hands of Sri Ram, Lakshman and Hanuman, and the host of the Vanar's army. The population of Lanka is minimal at this time. I am all alone. There is no more ministers, there is no more generals, there is no more advisors. They all have been killed in this battle. Oh Ahiravan, how can you help me in this my time of distress? Notice when two crooks come together, what will happen? When you conspire against God's devotee, when you conspire against every righteousness, everything that is dharmic in nature, notice the outcome. And so Ahiravan, he goes silent for a period of time, and then he says, "Oh Ravan, I have the solution to your problem. All along you are waging a military battle against Sri Ram. He indeed is a great warrior, born in the Kshatriya clan and trained amongst the best. He is indeed a formidable general. However, you have resources that you have not tapped into. You have your abilities in the dark arts, O Ravan. You have the Avicharik Shakti, the power of black magic with you. And we need to employ this in order to conquer Sri Ram." Ravan said, "You are the Lord of Patal. The energies here predominate. And no one is more powerful and more skilled than you in the dark arts." So Ahiravan says, "Ravan, I will bring about the solution to your problem. Leave it to me." And so Ahiravan, he decides to enter into the battle against Sri Ram. Sri Ram on one side, dharma, virtue; Ahiravan, everything corrupt, everything that is adharmic in nature. And let us see what is going to happen now. Let us see, as Maharishi Agas, he records, "Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Ahiravatani Abhichari, Ahiravatani Abhichari, Vibhishana Rupam Mandala Shuram, Vibhishana Rupam Mandala Shuram. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Principal Bajrangavali ki Jai. With so many of you here, Mama Hanuman Baba is not a lazy fella, and he don't like lazy devotee. Principal Pawan Putra Hanuman ki Jai. Better. Don't worry, we have plenty road and fig and prasad all in the back. Okay? So Ahiravan, he enters into the battle with Sri Ram, but not with weapons of war. He's armed with black magic. He realized that he will not conquer his foe, his enemy, by using strength and intelligence. So he decides to resort to the powers of darkness for success. And tonight you'll see how the law of karma cannot be violated. Eh? What you sow, that is what you will reap. So look at what Ahiravan is going to sow. And let us see what he will reap in the end. You know, these days, you could break all kind of law. Huh? You could break the traffic light law, you could break this law, that law. They ain't breaking the law of gravity now. But one law you would be able to break is the law of karma. I don't feel nobody will catch you up. Your karma will catch you. When you break the traffic light, the police is write a ticket for you. When you attempt to break the law of karma, who is write a ticket for you? Huh? Huh? Yamraj just write a ticket for you. Chitragupta writing it down for you. So Ahiravan, he waited till nightfall. And what did he do? He takes the form of Vibhishan. Remember, he's a master of illusion. He's a master of black magic. So he can manipulate reality as we know it. He takes the form of Vibhishan. Why? He takes a form that the Vanar army had already trusted. And it is known, everybody knows that Vibhishan, being born in the Brahmin Kul, Ravan and his brothers, they were Brahmin descendants. Remember I told you, Ravan was the great-grandson of Lord Brahma. And the tradition is that at the time of Sandhya, they would normally perform their evening devotion or their morning devotion as the time will be. So when the evening time comes, before Vibhishan goes to sleep, he would go one side and he would perform his sadhana. Ravan would do the same too. Actually, if you would recall from Ramayana, one of the Jyoti Linga was given by Shiva to Ravan on the condition that he will not put down the lingam. And so the Leelas, the Devatas, they manipulated the situation such that Ravan had to put down the lingam because he thought the Sandhya period had reached. The whole idea was that when the Sandhya time came, true to the kul in which he was born into, he would perform this duty. And each one of us here have a kula duty. All of us are born in a particular lineage, and we must perform the duties according to our lineage. And how we were to know that? Consult your guru, your family pundit who has the history of your family background. He will know like what your parents was to perform, if they was to do it in the right way. If not, then what has to be reformed, what has to be stopped, what has to be included. That is the work of your family pundit. Your kula dharma shapes to a great extent how you progress as a family unit. And many families put together how we progress as a society. So now, Vibhishan had gone to perform his evening Sandhya. The battle had finished, the sun was about to set, and so he had excused himself from the main body of the army. He went one side by the seashore to perform his evening devotion. So when the army had gathered, Hanumanji, he would be the lookout. So he would be the guard on duty. So what he would do, when everybody has settled in the camp, he would circle the entire camp with his tail. And then he would make a mountain with his tail and sit down high. So he'd be able to survey. You know, today we have cameras in the house. And we go sit down inside the house and see what's going on in the front door, the back door, and all kind of door. Hanuman was the surveillance camera. So he sat down on a height and would survey the entire surrounding. And so every day, under the advice of Jamawant, a different sleeping arrangement was assigned to Sri Ram and Lakshman for their protection. So I want you to see where modern day military tactics came from. It came from here. Today you'll hear with CIA and Secret Service. Every day Jamwan will change his sleeping pattern with Sri Ram and Lakshman. One day we'll put Angad to sleep somewhere, Sugriv to sleep in another position, he himself will be there, Ram and Lakshman will be in a different position, lying down in a different way too. So if anything out of the ordinary that he observes, he knows something wrong. But this was a skill of Jamwan. Remember, he was the eldest among the Vanar army. So he was the wisest. So he was assigned the personal protection of Sri Ram and Lakshman when that time came. Hanuman surveyed the entire premises, the entire army camp. And so, unknown, Ahiravan, as he approached, he uses his black magic mantras, and so he caused everyone to fall in asleep. Everyone succumbed. Jamwan, Sri Ram, everybody's in a deep trance. But Hanuman, he didn't overcome, he was overcome completely. He was there in and out of sleep. And so he saw this being in the form of Vibhishan walking through him. This time Vibhishan too is already asleep in camp under the same under the influence of the same mantra. And Ahiravan, who was in disguise of Vibhishan, he approached Hanuman. But Hanuman jumped down when he see Vibhishan coming up. But he was under so much of sleep, under the influence of sleep. He says, "Who are you? Identify yourself. What are you doing here?" And so he says, "Hanuman, don't you recognize me? I am Vibhishan. What are you doing here? You are supposed to be asleep with the others. I have now come back from my son there." So notice how Ahiravan is manipulating the situation. And so Hanuman, Ahiravan, he was given free access to enter into the camp where Sri Ram and Lakshman were sleeping. Hanuman, not suspecting anything, he went back up to the height and he sat down there, but trying to fight off his sleep. What did Ahiravan do? He takes Ram and Lakshman, who are in a deep trance, on his shoulders, and he disappears into Patal. With the rising of the sun, the influence of the black magic mantra wear off. That's why all them Obiaman and them, there's been cemetery and on that tree and thing all over the night. And when they tell you go by and do this offering in this cemetery, by this river and thing in that over the night, and you want to do your stupidness and you go on and do it, you see the cocktail you'll get just now. You know, some people just do some real nastiness, and then they just want to come and say this happening, that happening, and all kind of thing happening. So Ahiravan, he now has Sri Ram and Lakshman in his custody. And he sends news to Ravan that, "Oh Ravan, I have been successful in capturing your foes. And during the rituals I'm about to perform in the Patal, I'm going to host a Maha Yagna where the demons, the powerful demons of Patal will be worshipped. And I will slaughter Rama and Lakshman as Balidan in Patal." And so Ravan became overjoyed. Rama and Lakshman going down, they are in the custody of Ahiravan, and to better yet, they're going to die. But he was happy to buy. As morning break, Jamwan awoke and everybody started getting up. And Jamwan was the first to realize, where is Ram and Lakshman? And so he starts asking, Sugriv, Angad, Vibhishan, Hanuman, you are awake all night, where is Ram and Lakshman? And so the entire camp now is in panic. And so Hanuman turns to Vibhishan No, sorry. Vibhishan is asking, did anything unusual happen yesterday? And so everybody is recalling everything went according to their plan, their military plan. At a certain time, Ram and Lakshman came in. At a certain time, they were allowed to eat, and they were allowed to lie down in a certain position. And these soldiers were placed on this. And so the details, they went over the details. And then Hanuman says, the only thing that didn't fit in into that didn't go according to the plan. Vibhishan, you came in late. And he became surprised. No, I came in and I took up my position at the time I was supposed to. And Jamwan is verifying now. Vibhishan was here when he was supposed to. So then, Vibhishan now he gets suspicious. Hanuman, tell me what happened. And he says, oh Hanuman, you came and told me you now coming from your Sandhya. And you got a little taken off with your devotion, and so you return late. He says, no Hanuman, I perform my Sandhya religiously at a fixed time every day. I know what happened. And so he turned to Jamwan and the other commanders and said, this is no other than the work of Ahiravan, the friend of Ravan. He is the lord of Patal, and he is very skilled in the dark arts. So Vibhishan now is revealing who this Ahiravan is. And I will not go into the discussion of Vibhishan having with the commanders describing Ahiravan's ability and what he could do and so on. We will take away from the theme that I'm trying to keep here tonight. In conclusion, they understood how deceitful Ahiravan can be. And so they are asking Vibhishan, where is he most likely to go? And nobody knows. He can be in Patal, he can be in a cave, he can be under the ocean. He has the ability to be anywhere he can. And so Hanuman, he takes up the mission now of trying to find Sri Ram and Lakshman. And let us hear what happens. Hanuman, he's settled off on his journey. But before he goes and he says, O Varnal, do not lose courage. Stay here and continue to chant the name of Sri Ram. And by the name of Raghunath himself, victory will be ours. Very important statement, and we look at that at some other night. And so, Hanuman himself, he goes on the mission to find Bhagwan Sri Ram and Lakshman. Let us hear what happens. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Satisharanta Bhalarasuta, Satisharanta Nanda Swarupa, Param Param Digbandam Param Param Digbandam Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Prince Bolo Bajrang Bali ki Jai. So Hanuman, he now sets off on his journey. But where is he going to look? Vibhishan says, because of Ahiravan's ability, he can be in the sky, he can be under the ocean, he can be hidden in a mountain, he can be hidden in a tree. He can look like a bird, he can look like an animal. This is the ability he has. He could be in the heavens or he could be in Patal. So where is Hanuman Baba going to search? He starts searching immediately that immediate area. And so he continues journeying outwards. He's asking, he's searching and looking at the trees, he's looking at the waters. And so he's searching near and far, searching the atmosphere, searching the caves. But finally, he grows a little tired, so he sits down under a tree. Not because he wants to rest. Hanuman Baba doesn't rest. Get that in mind. He does not take a rest. While everybody was taking a rest, he was guarding the camp. When everybody is weary from battle, it is same Hanuman that is still active. When Lakshman got struck down, and the Sajivani had to be brought, and he could have told Sri Ram, look, I fight the battle here today too, just like everybody else. Get somebody else to go and look for it. And he could have done that within his rights. Hanuman does not rest. So what did he pause to do? This is what we have to do sometimes. We get so taken up in this rat race. We searching for this, looking for that. Running crazy after the objects of the senses. Never satisfied with whatever little we have. Before one desire is fulfilled, we want our next one. Hanuman pauses under a tree. In Sanatan Dharma, trees and rocks are very important. When Sri Ram constructed the Ram Setu, that bridge, what was the main ingredient that was used? Rocks and trees. What does rocks represent? And not only in Ramayana, but in Bhagavatam, in the Leela Bhagavan Krishna also, rocks and trees has a very important symbolism. That is why we worship Govardhan. Govardhan is a mountain. What is the main constituent of a mountain? Rocks, isn't that so? And what grows on a mountain more than anything else? Trees. Why rocks and trees? The tree represents the tree of Dharma, the tree of life. The rocks represent the laws, the cosmic laws of God that cannot be broken and will not be broken to suit any one individual. That is why Lord Krishna, when he had to protect the inhabitants of Vrindavan, what did he use? He used the Govardhan, a mountain, symbolized. Now how did he do it? He held the mountain up on his little finger, symbolizing that God always upholds and keeps Dharma close to him. In other words, he protected Vrindavan with the traditions of Dharma. And likewise, Hanuman now is stopping to recollect his thoughts, to reprocess his thoughts. He's doing it under a tree. So he stopped and he's sitting under a tree now and he's thinking. And if you were to go back to our scripture, where did Ved Vyas compose our scriptures? On the banks of Naimisharan, under a tree. That is why in Hinduism we have the sacred pipal tree and other holy trees that we represent. Look right here, in all yagyas, you must have Tulsi Mata present. Tulsi Mata is what? Not a tree? The tree represents the renewal of life, but not just a renewal of life. A tree represents a renewal of life in accordance to Dharma. You ever see a pepper tree bearing orange? It's only people that want to bear orange when there is pepper. That is, they put on a nice sweet face for you, but this time they're bitter, arrogant, and nasty inside. So thank God for the person who invent makeup, yes? Me is saying whether it's boy or girl, where everybody wearing makeup these days. That's why you just have to watch carefully. You see this kind of funny thing that be going on in society, me ain't over anything at all. So Hanuman now, he is recomposing his thoughts. Where can I go and look for Sri Rama and Lakshman? And while he was there, on that tree, there was two crows. They were having a conversation. They had a nest. And the female who sits on the egg, she's telling the male crow, I am hungry, go and get some food for me. And a crow is a carnivorous bird. It eats the flesh of a smaller animal when it has to survive. It's its natural food. And so the male crow is saying, hold on, wait a few, hold on, don't give in to your hunger yet. During the course of today, you'll get special flesh to eat. Ahiravan is going to sacrifice Rama and Lakshman, and I'm going to bring their flesh for you to eat. So these are two birds talking. How are they talking? Like how you and I talking? Huh? How do you think they're talking? They're talking in their own bird language. Isn't that so? So they're talking in their language. But how Hanuman knows this? Go back to yesterday's discourse. The boons that Hanuman got. Remember? Ramadev gave him the ability to have all the knowledge. Agni Devata gave him the ability not to be burned by fire. What did Saraswati Mata give him? Oh Hanuman, you will be able to understand and interpret the language of all living creatures on earth. So you see how where the boon comes important now? So Hanuman, he heard these two birds talking in their own language, and he understood now where to go. So what did he do? Hearing that Rama Lakshman is going to be sacrificed in Patal, he enters into Patal. And there the doorkeeper of Patal, a being by the name of Makadwaj, which we'll look at another night. Hanuman defeated Makadwaj, and he took a very minute form, a very small form. And he entered into the main doors of Patal. There were two doors closing, but they had a little crease in the center. And so he, so small form that he took, he was able to pass through the crease. And there he is seeing the demonic rituals are taking place. All the demons, the powerful demons of Patal, they are lined up. And alcohol, blood offerings of all types, they are there. Ahiravan has them there as his articles of puja. Question for you to think about. How many of you that go and jump up and catch power and be doing goat and pig and hog and dog and all kind of thing? Look at what type of puja that is classified as demonic ritual, Asuric puja. You think is any god you're praying to there? Is Rakshas you're praying to? If you don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke it and go up the road. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Too much of stupidness has gone. It have no God telling you you have to kill animal to propitiate them. Only the Patal regions and those who have the Patal mindset will do that, and they will think it is virtuous. And you'll see the consequence of that type of ritual in a few minutes. So there, Hanuman is witnessing in this minute form all the demons. And they have the ability to change their form. They are taking very pleasant form. Some of them are looking like Indradev, Some of them making themselves look like Brahmadev and Ahiravan with blood offering, with all type of tamastic offering. Hanuman is witnessing all of this. And there he decides. He waits on a very opportune moment. And so Ahiravan gives the command. What command did he give and what happens? Let us hear. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Raj Balidana Rama Lakshman, Raj Balidana Rama Lakshman, Ahiravan ki maar maar, Ahiravan ki maar maar. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanumanta. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Friends, Bolo Bajrangabali ki Jai. And so Hanuman, he hears Ahiravan says, bring the Raj Balidan, meaning bring the royal offerings. Balidan means sacrificial offering. And as Ahiravan gives that command, Hanuman, he gets alert. But as he surveys the area where the puja is taking, where the demonic rituals are taking place, pardon me for not using the word puja, because I just perform puja, and nothing I do does be anything like what this fella doing here, right? And I'm sure Pundit fall in that same category. Look, he do puja there, and then have nothing close to what is being described here. So where the demonic rituals are taking place, Hanuman, he surveys. And like all major yagyas, there are certain, especially the tantric tradition, the place is bounded or protected, as we say. Or in common language, you say, you tie your place there. For that period of time to achieve that particular goal. That is for no negative energy, for no disturbances and so on to come forth. So he realized that these powerful energies are there. And if he were to venture near it, Ahiravan would be alerted. And he doesn't want to create a situation that will put Rama and Lakshman in jeopardy. So how did he identify, and I want you to pay attention to what we just do sometimes. How did he identify these protective devices Ahiravan had put in place? There were 5 diyas burning. When you look at your Yagyashala, what do you have on your bedi? 5 kalsas with diyas and so on. So you see the importance of that. Even the demons recognize the importance, so they're taking the protection from it. That Purna Kumbha has the energy of the entire cosmos in it. And there's only a skilled individual to draw out certain energies from it and make it work for you. That is why the Kalsa forms the centerpiece of your Bedi Puja in our Yagya. It must be established before the Yagya continues. That is why when there's Stapan there, it does not move. We do not move it or interfere with it until the Yagya is complete. Just like your Bedi Puja, you cannot move that Kalsa until your Puja is complete. And there are certain traditions associated with it. For example, now I don't want anybody to get no superstitious thing here now. Let us say you're doing your puja comfortable and suddenly your Kalsa fall without you interfering with it. know you are going to experience some trouble and difficulties in your home. Those are signs and symptoms your Pundit can use to ascertain what is going to be the outcome of your puja. And those things are recorded. Those signs, those omens, they are there. So puja is indeed something very serious. It is not put in this here, put in that here, like what 3/4 of some of our leaders be doing, playing dolly house. You put in this there, put in that there, and you're not understanding what you're doing, and it's powerful energies you're playing with. Puja is energy. It has nothing to do with physical offering. Physical offerings are trained underdeveloped minds and senses using tactile objects to focus its energy. Because there's another category, a higher category puja, it's called Manas Puja, where you do not need physical object. Everything is performed in yogic meditation. And in that meditation, the yogi is able to sit in samadhi. But until you reach that level, you have to resort, you have to depend on this to put you there. You cannot go and enroll in university to do your degree if you never pass through preschool and primary school. It's not possible. You must learn 1 and 1 make 2 before you can do algebra. Isn't that so? You must learn how to say ABC before you can read an encyclopedia or read a textbook. So there is a progressive development that must take place. Spiritually, development is not limited to the body. It takes place over many lifetimes. So Hanuman, he recognized these 5 lights there, these 5 diyas there. And next day, when I'm explaining what these 5 lights represent, you'll understand it better. And he knows, in order to go undetected, the light have to out. That is why when we're doing puja now, we're trying to keep the diyas on your very lighting as much as possible. He knows those lights have to out. And not just out, all have to out at the same time. So what did he do? He draws the energy from within himself and he takes the form of 5 heads, 10 arms. This is the Panchmukhi form. Where did it appear? In the depths of Patal. Why Patal? There is where the most dangerous situation exists. And it's only where the devotee has sunk to that level of depression or get themselves in such darkness, then Hanuman comes in this form to rescue you. That is why your Panchmukhi Hanuman Puja, especially in this age of Kali Yuga, where there is so much uncertainty, is very important. And as Kali Yuga progresses and becomes more and more stronger, Panchmukhi Hanuman Puja becomes more and more important. So he takes the 5-headed form and he blows out the lights simultaneously. The lights out and he progresses to where the altar area is. With one blow, he defeated he killed the main demon there. But immediately taking the form, appearing as though that demon is still there. So it was went unnoticed to Ahiravan. He changed his form. Hanuman Baba has the ability to change his form. You all know that, right? Remember when he was going to find out whether Sri Rama Lakshman's friend or foe? When Sugriv had sent them, he took the form of the Brahman. He takes the human-like form. So to here he's changing his form again. He goes into Patal, he kills the main demon there, and immediately he takes the form of that demon. So Ahiravan didn't thought anything was wrong. He doesn't know what is happening yet. And so Ahiravan, he brings Sri Rama and Lakshman bounded in chains and sword in hand. He bends the head over on the sacrificial altar and he's looking at the demon very, very smiling in the face. Think about if your God comes standing in front of you, how you will feel. One big grin will appear in your face, huh? Yeah, you're right. 3/4 of it run and hide. Think all is supposed to afraid, a little afraid, and all not supposed to be died for, a little afraid the most. So Ahiravan thinks he's going to please his demonic counterparts to such a great extent. He's overwhelmed with joy. And he's telling Ram and Lakshman, think of your loved ones now. And Ram and Lakshman raise their head and is knowing that there is Hanuman there. And he said, well, Ahiravan, I don't need to think of my loved one. My loved one is already with me. And what happened? Let us hear. Jai Kabisha, Jai Jai Kabisha, Jai Kabisha, Hanuman So Ahiravan is there on the altar, the heads of Sri Ram and Lakshmana bent over on the sacrificial altar. He's armed with his sword in his hands. Nice smile on his face. And so Ahiravan is like telling Ram and Lakshmana, think of your loved ones now. You are going to die. And so Sri Ram replied, Ahiravan, my loved one is always with me. And so saying, Sri Ram raised his head and he looks at Hanuman, and Hanuman understood that, oh Hanuman, what? Mental telepathy, mental communication. Oh Hanuman, do your duty, fulfill your mission now. And so saying, understand what Sri Ram was saying. He took the sword from the hands of Ahiravan, still in the Rakshas form. So Ahiravan now he get more happy. This demon is so pleased with me. He is decided to kill Ram and Lakshman himself. That is what is going through his mind. And so Hanuman, throwing off the disguise of the demon, armed with the sword in his hands. Think about how Ahiravan feeling now. Seeing the form of Mahabir Swami standing in front of him, 10 heads and 5 arms, and very angry by nature, he raises the sword and he slashes the head of Ahiravan, and he fell dead on the ground. And so Sri Rama Lakshman, Jai 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 Bajranga Bali, Principal Pawan Putra Hanuman ki Jai. So Bhagwan Hanuman, he destroyed Ahiravan. And what did he do? He places Sri Ram and Lakshman on his shoulders, and he returns to the Vanar army. Everyone seeing Sri Ram and Lakshman safe and secure, they sing the praises of Mahabir Swami. So while I organize for the Havan, which all of us will join, let us all join as we praise Mahabir Swami tonight. Put your hands together, clap, sing along. Hanuman has shown that even the most dangerous and negative of circumstances, he can overcome it and destroy it. So surrender yourself to this bhajan in praise of Bhagwan Hanuman.
Bhajan pe kripa
Principal Bhajananga Bali Ki Jai. Bhajan very appropriately described the Leelas of Bhagwan Hanuman in our discourse tonight. So I want you all to sit upright at this point in time and concentrate on the Panchmukhi form of Lord Hanuman alone. And to help your mind focus, we have purposely put up a picture of Lord Hanuman where you can see from way down the back. Remain focused, sit comfortable, but sit upright. Try and don't fall asleep. While the devotees do the physical offering here, you put your hands together and you do the offering mentally too. Take your name, take your date of birth, take your home address, depending on the nature of your problem. If you're sick, if it is possible, rest your hands in that part of your body where you are ailing, if it's possible. You are having trouble in your marriage, take the name of your spouse. You are having trouble in your home, take the name of your children and your own. And while we do the offering, just listen to my voice and follow the instructions I'm giving in the pavan itself and perform your puja. Let us concentrate on Lord Hanuman. So let us make our offerings to the fire. Om Hari Markata Markataya Namah Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavardaya Purvakapi Mukhaya Sakala Shatru Singharanaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavardaya Uttara Mukhaya Ari Varanahaya Sakala Samparkaranaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Panchavardaya Urva Mukhaya Hayagrivaya Sakala Janavashkaraya Swaha. Om Hari Markata Markataya Namah Swaha. Om Hari Markata Markataya Bang 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 Pat Swaha. Om Hari Markata Markataya Phang 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 Pat Swaha. Everybody recite Swaha along by your offering. Om Hari Markata Markataya Kang 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 Maranaya Swaha. Om Hari Markata Markataya Tan 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 Sambanaya Swaha. Om Hari Markata Markataya Dhan 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 Akarshan Sakala Sampat Karanaya Panchamukhi Veer Hanumate Namah Swaha. Om Uchatane Dhan 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 Kurmuktai Panchamukhi Hanumate Parimantra Paritantra Samuchashtanaya Swaha. Om Purvakapi Mukhaya Panchamukhi Hanumate Tan 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 Sakala Shatru Singharanaya Swaha. So if you have any troubles with enemies, internally or externally, this offering will remove it. If you are faced with dangers, whether natural or unnatural, concentrate on Lord Hanuman and this offering will remove it. Om Dakshina Mukhaya Panchamukhi Hanumate Karala Varanaya Narasimhaya Ram Gring Drum Hairora Sakala Bhuta Preta Damanayaka Swaha. If you are facing opposition like in your job or from anybody in authority, this offering will pacify that type of opposition. Om Paschimukaya Garudasanaya Panchamukhi Veer Hanumate Mang 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 Jakala Vashkaraya Swaha. If you are suffering from any type of life-threatening sickness and diseases, this offering will quell that. Om Uttara Mukhaya Ari Varanahaya Lang 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 Narasimhaya Nilakantaya Panchamukhi Veer Hanumate Namah Swaha. Offer your love and devotion. Picture yourself offering flowers at his feet. Om Anjani Sutaya Swaha. Vayu Putraya Swaha. Mahabalaya Swaha. Rameshtapal Gunasakaya Swaha. Sita Shoka Nivaranaya Swaha. Lakshman Prana Rakshakaya Swaha. Kapi Sainya Prakashaya Swaha. Shri Ramachandra Bal Prasaraya Swaha. Mahaviraya Swaha. Pratama Brahmanakaya Swaha. Panchamukhi Hanumate Namah Swaha. Concentrate on Lord Hanuman. Coming from the eastern direction, holding lightning in his hands, coming towards you to give you your protection and blessings. Om Indra Digbhage Gajarur Hanumate Brahmastra Shakti Saihaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vichar Nashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Pat Swaha. See, Lord Hanuman is present. He's blowing his smoke over all of you. Agni coming from the southeastern direction, holding fire in his hands. Om Agni Digbage Mesharura Hanumate Agni Astraya Shakti Saithaya Chorapichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Coming from the south direction, holding the staff in his hands. Om Mahayamati Bage Mahisharur Hanumate Danda Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. From the southwestern direction, pulling swords in his hands. Om Naritya Digbage Nadarur Hanumate Karga Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. From this western direction, holding the bow and arrow in his hands. Om Varun Digbage Makarur Hanumate Dhanushban Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Coming from the northwestern direction, holding a spear in his hands. Om Vayu Digbage Mrigarur Hanumate Ankush Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Coming from the northern direction, holding the Muktara in his hands. Om Kuber Digbage Aishwarur Hanumate Gara Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Coming from the northeastern direction, holding the Trishul in his hands. Om Ishana Digbage Rakshas Rur Hanumate Trishul Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Coming from under the ground, holding snakes in his hands. Om Ananta Raksha Digbage Vartuda Hanumate Nagpash Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Standing next to you, holding a shield in front of you and one of his hands on your head. Om Bhumi Digbage Vrishchikrur Hanumate Kavat Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Above you, riding on a swan, white swan, holding a chakra in his hand. Om Braj Mandali Hamsarur Hanumate Chakra Shakti Saithaya Choripichas Brahmakshas Pariyantra Parimantra Paritantra Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya Sakla Shatru Singharanaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Sarva Vicharnashaya Sarva Chor Nivaranaya Dukha Daridra Nashaya Mam Raksha Raksha Pahi Pahi Kuru Kuru Vat Swaha. Om Hari Markata Markatai Namah Swaha. Om Ram Hasprim Kasprim Hasom Hasakasprim Hasom Hanumate Namah Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Anjaneyaya Mahabalaya Swaha. Om Kapirajaya Namah Swaha. Om Rama Bhaktai Namah Swaha. Om Ekadash Rudravataraye Namah Swaha. Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namah Swaha. Om Sarvebhyo Brahmanebhyo Namah Swaha. Stand. Everyone, stand and let's keep your hands together. Let us perform our Purna Huti. Yeah, Pali and Sukari, wipe up everything. Everyone, take your names, take your date of birth. Whatever troubles and difficulties, take that into consideration. And you're offering that to Bhagwan Hanuman. Ask him to relieve you of all the troubles and difficulties, stresses. Destroy it, burn it out. In the case you are perfect, ask for his blessings and continue to let things be good with you. Om Purnamidam Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Gacchate Purnamasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishite. Om Sarvam Vai Purnavam. Om Sarvam Vai Purnavam. Om Sarvam Vai Purnavam Swaha. Offer water around the fire. Yes, spread it out. Good. Om Papuham Papukarmaham Papatma Sambhava Trahimam Pundarikaksha Sarva Papa Haro Hari. All of you, right where you are, just raise your hands up like this and see the fire in front of you. Pass it like you're taking arati. Pull it over your start 3 times. Om Anjani Sukaya Vidmahi Vayu Putra Demahi Tanno Hanuman Prachodayat. Find the fire in all direction. Om Vanaspati Sudevyu Gandhara Gandha Utame Argra Sarva Devanam Tuko Yang Prati Grahitam. Prince Bolo Vacharanga Bali ki Jai. To remain standing, we will have our concluding arati at this point in time. Right, so you all organize, stop light up these beers and evening. So this is your Panchmukhi Hanuman Havan, which must form part of Panchmukhi Hanuman Puja. And while they are organizing for arati, let me tell you about some of the energies you are calling upon. When you are calling on these energies from the different directions, listen to what you are saying. It is important that you know what you're doing, or else you'll get yourself in trouble. You're saying, after you call on Hanuman from that particular direction, you're saying, Brahmrakshas, meaning powerful demons, powerful opposition, Sahitaya, to destroy. Chor, what is Chor? Well, literally it means thief, but in modern context it means criminal elements. All criminal elements to be destroyed. Sarva Graha Samuchashtanaya. All the malefic planet you're born under and influencing you in a negative way, you're getting rid of all of that. Sarva Bhuta, Preta, Pisach, all the unclean thing, or it is called zombie. If you have that in your house, in your pocket, in your hand, in your foot anyway, they're gone. Sarva Rogue, what is rogue? All sarva, all types of sickness and disease. Dukkha, meaning what? Unhappiness of all forms of kind. Daridra means what? Poverty of all forms of kind. Dukkha Daridra Samuchashtanaya, to be free from all of these things. Mam Raksha Raksha, be here and protect me constantly. Pahi Pahi, I surrender unto you. So this is the prayer that you are offering to Bhagwan Hanuman. And next day, if you notice the weapons that we call out, just look up here and you'll see the order in which they are listed. So it's nothing coincidental. Tomorrow you'll understand what the heads are for and what the weapons are for. I'll even tell you some of the offerings you can do at home. By the time we finish this, you'll finish all of it to be Baba. Don't worry. At least you'll be in a position to help yourself at that basic level. And this is one of the goals of the ashram, to give you knowledge, to teach you to take care of yourself at a basic level. Beyond that, you need to see a specialist. So you need to go by Baba, or you need to go to your family Pundit, or somebody else. So let us have our concluding arati. निश्चय प्रेम प्रतीर्दिके विनय करे सन्मान तेहि के काजन सकल सुख सिद्ध करे हनुमान ओम साजयन् सुमति सन्निधं महिनायो दीपं गृहाण देवस्य त्रयोदयस्य निरापः यानि कानि च पानि जन्मकर्षकानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा परे परे
Thank you.
end of today's devotion. We give thanks to God for the opportunity to sit in this Yagna and perform this special puja. We give Him thanks for letting us be able to join in performing this very sacred devotion. We seek forgiveness if there may be any errors committed. Lastly, we ask to have our desires fulfilled, all obstacles removed from our daily life. Mangalam Parameshwari Ma, Mangalam Ashitoshi Ma, Mangalam Sarva Shakti Ma, Mangalam Durga Devi Ma, Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu Chasita Tvameva, Tvameva Vedya Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Mantrahinam Priyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yad Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tarastu Me Kayena Vacha Manasrendriyetva Buddhyatmana va Prakriti Swabhagya Karoni Atyan Sakalam Tarasmai Narayana Devi Samarpayami, Narayana Devi Samarpayami. Om Shanti, 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 बड़ा सुखद ये मंत्र मन है, ओम शांति ओम। ये बनी मंगल बनी है, ओम शांति ओम। ओम शांति ओम, ओम शांति ओम। Om Shanti Om, 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 Om Shanti Om. Loudly and lively as you can. Let us proclaim victory for our way of life. Let us establish firmly and confidently our presence and identity and for our noble religion, Sanatan Dharma. Prince Bolo Gajanan Swami ki, Umapati Mahadev ki, Pawan Putra Hanuman ki, Jagadambika Durga Mata ki, Shri Satya Narayan Swami ki, Shri Sat Gurunath Maharaj ki, Prince Bolo Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Take your seats. So all of you, whether you came up to do offering or not, I must commend you all for making the time to come up and to come and sit and join us in devotion and for joining us in this our Havan Panchmukhi Hanuman Puja tonight. Great indeed, very rare is indeed your blessing if you manage to come up here and do your offerings. You have concluded with your Havan. For those of you, for whatever reasons, you didn't do the offerings on the baby, but you sat there and you actively participated in the Havan, you will also receive the grace, the blessings of Mahavir Swami. As I keep saying night after night, our ashram is about development. And this is just another way to get you involved in our yagna, in our activities. We are providing opportunities, and it's there for you to take advantage of it. So tonight, you will have your prasad, you will have your panchamrit, arati passed around, meals are prepared for one and all in the back. If you choose to leave us, please have your meals in box. You can take it with you. There is place to sit down and eat. If the table, the dining area is full, you can also pull up a chair right where you're sitting and have your meals. Please assist us in raising funds for our ashram. We have the jerseys, we have the magazines, we have the raffle. So we can continue this kind of work that we are doing where everyone benefits. Okay, so please see how best you can help us out in that respect. Until tomorrow night, I'll continue the discourse from where I left off, which is looking at the form of Hanuman Ji in the Panchmukhi form, understanding the different heads. Why one head looking like a pig, one head looking like a horse, one head looking like a lion. Tomorrow we'll answer those questions. So all of you who came from far and near, welcome to our ashram, and we do appreciate the time you take to spend with us. Representative of different mandirs, I welcome you all. Villagers, I welcome you all. Neighbors, I see here we have members of the Kabir Ashram, Upadesh Ashram. Welcome all of you, and we do look forward to joining you in devotion tomorrow night.